Hello everybody, welcome to Troublehook Gaming. Today we're going to do NFL Week 1 predictions. I have everything on my notes. And I'm going to talk about what they got from the NFL off season. I'm going to talk about some of it since I'm not going to do all of it. And then how they did from last year. So let's start off with Thursday Night Football with the Ravens and Chiefs. The Ravens, last year they did pretty good. They went to the AFC Championship, got smoked to the Chiefs, but here's whatever. Let's talk about what they got. They recently got Derrick Henry. That's gonna be a good weapon for the offense. They got quarterback Josh Johnson, and Lamar Jackson. He's proven that he might be the next MVP with his great agility, great speed. They also got offensive tackle Josh Jones, wide receiver Nelson Agholor, wide receiver Deontay Hardy, edge rusher Kyle Van Noy, and alongside with other players. Now let's talk about the Chiefs. I have my computer here so that way I can look at the players. I am not skilled like Tom Glassy or those other teams. For the Chiefs, on the other hand, they won a Super Bowl and they might go back-to-back this year with Patrick Mahomes throwing very good passes to Kadarius Toney, Rashee Rice. Travis Kelce's looking hot on spot with all his catches. Yeah, the Taylor Swift continues. So far, they got Carson Wentz, Marcus Brown, Xavier Worthy, which is a deadly weapon from the draft. They got McCall Hardman, while they re-signed him. They signed Irv Smith to a one-year deal. They re-signed Cliff Jones, which is a pretty good defensive lineman. And they re-signed a lot of people. So far, for this one, my predictions is the Ravens are gonna take the win with this one. Let's go on to Friday Night Football. First Friday Night Football of the entire season. Oh boy. Going to Brazil this time. We got the Green Bay Packers versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Whew. Tom Glassy might love how I predict this one, but anyways, starting off with the Eagles, they got smoked. They got smoked to the Buccaneers. What happened? I don't know. With Jason Kelce retiring, we won't see another tush push since it's gonna fail. Down Eagles, down. They're not good anymore. So far they got quarterback Will Guire, Kenny Pickett. They re-signed A.J. Brown. Well, A.J. Brown agreed to a 3-year deal. They got running back Saquon Barkley, which will probably help the offense. Got tight end C.J. Uzomah, offensive guard Matt Hennessy, edge rusher Brandon Graham, linebacker Zach Byrne, corner Tyler Hall, the safety C.J. Gardner-Johnson, which is very good defensive player in my predictions. And for the Packers, let's move down here to NFC North real quick, and we're going to talk about what they got. They got running back Josh Jacobs. They signed him. We signed A.J. Dillon, Tyler Davis, Andre Dillard, Eric Wilson, Corey Ballantyne, Kirsten Nixon. They signed Xavier McKinney, which is whew, a lot of good players getting signed. And then signed Greg Joseph. So far, that would probably make Tom Glossy happy with what I'm going to say, but I got the Packers winning. Next, we got the Panthers versus Saints. The Panthers, I'm going to downgrade them to the Kitty Cats since they sucked last year. Bryce Young did not have a good year with the wide receivers. Let's talk about what they got. They signed Rashad Penny, Deontay Johnson, David Moore. They got DJ Moore, I'm pretty sure. Edge rusher DJ Warren, Derek Brown, Troy Hill, Dane Jackson, Sam Franklin, Nick Scott, JJ Jensen, alongside with other players. And for the New Orleans Saints, last year they went last year they had a tough season. Let's talk about what they got real quick. They got Kellen Mond, Nathan Peterman for a quarterback. Derek Carr is struggling. This probably was struggling last year and then probably going to struggle this year. But with Michael Thomas, it's going to be a little easy. But remember, they're not stacked with their wide receiver room. They signed Tyrann Mathieu, Jonathan Abram, Will Harris, Willie Gay Jr., Demario Davis, Chase Young, which is a very good edge rusher, fullback Adam Prentice. So far, I have the Saints winning this one. Then you have the Minnesota Vikings versus the New York Giants. Starting off with the Vikings, so far it's so good. They did pretty good last year. I think 5-8 was the final standings. 6-8. I don't remember. I'm not as good as the other ones. Like Tom Rossi. I'm not as good as him. So far they got Sam Darnold, Aaron Jones. They lost Aaron Jones from Packers, which was major L. We signed Justin Jefferson, Brandon Powell, Trent Sherfield, while they're stacked, Shaquille Griffin, John Parker Romo, Jerry Tillery, Jahad Ward, Jonathan Boyd, Jonah Williams, Blake Cashman, after the Texans lost them, which was a little sad for me since I'm gonna admit I'm a Texans fan. I'm a major Houston Texans fan, but seeing Blake Cashman go just wasn't good for me. But anyways, going with the Giants, they got Malik Neighbors from the draft, which is gonna spice up this offense. I always say it's gonna be good, but we'll see how good they are. Got Drew Lock, Devin Singletary, once again another Texans loss. Miles Boykin, Isaiah McKinney, Allen Robinson. Woo, a lot of wide receivers. That's 3 that I just named. OT, offensive guard. Matt Nelson, John Runyon, Aaron Stinney, Jalen Mills, Trey Herndon, Donnie Holmes, Isaiah Simmons. I have the Vikings winning this one, sending the Giants back to 0-1. Next, we have the Patriots, The New England Patriots versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Let's go up here to the Patriots. The Patriots with Drake May and Jacoby Brissett, what is a win-win deal. So far, Jacoby Brissett shown he is better than Drake May in the offseason. They put him as quarterback 1, which is pretty good. So far, they got Antonio Gibson, Kendrick Bourne, KJ Osborne, Hunter Henry, Kyle Duggar, Jalen Hawkins. I think I said that correct. Chukwuma Okafor, Mike Onwenu, Mitchell Wilcox. I have the Bengals winning this one. The Patriots most likely going to suck this year. Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers against the Atlanta Falcons. The Pittsburgh Steelers last season they got in the wild card round, lost to the Bills. They almost got the touchdown, I gotta admit. Let's talk about their quarterbacks. They're stacked on quarterbacks. They have Kyle Allen, Justin Fields, which was an okay loss to the Bears. Russell Wilson, which I disagree on, because why did the Broncos release him? I mean, that dude was okay. Just give him another chance. Van Jefferson, Scott Miller, Cordell Peterson, Claus Williams, Patrick Queen. They signed Patrick Queen from their rivals, the Baltimore Ravens. Good. That was a good sign. Got Cameron Sutton, Deshaun Elliott, Miles Killebrew, Cameron Johnston, which the Texans lost, but that's okay because we got Tommy Townsend. And I gotta look at the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons so far, all I ever knew they got was Michael Penix Jr. and Kirk Cousins. NFC South. Okay, here we go. They got Kirk Cousins. They got Ray McLeod, wide receiver. Darnell Mooney, which is another loss from either the Panthers or the Bears. I really don't know. Probably Panthers. Yeah, Panthers. Wandale Moore. Cadell Hodge. Charlie Warner. Ross Dwelly. Antonio Hamilton. Liam McCullough. And so far, I have the Pittsburgh Steelers winning this one. And now, we have the could be spiciest matchup of them all. You got the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Wow. And wow. Let me talk to you about the Texans. And I probably do not need this. I'm just going to load it just in case. But I have heard a lot about the Texans since I follow them. So far, they got Darnell Hunter, Joe Mixon, Stephon Diggs, Ken Bullock from the draft. They re-signed Dare Ogunbowale. They re-signed Noah Brown, Nico Collins, signed a 3-year deal. Dalton Schultz re-signed. Charlie Heck, we got Danico Autry, but he got suspended for 6 games for what I possibly assume drugs. Don't do that. I tell you about drugs in the NFL. Don't do it. Got Jeff Okudah, Kaimi Fairbairn, which, yes. We got Derek Barnett, which we signed, Mario Edwards, Tim Settle, Foy to sign. We signed Desmond King, C.J. Henderson. So let's talk about the Indianapolis Colts. They signed a 1-year deal with Joe Flacco. Signed a 3-year, $70 million deal with Michael Pittman Jr. Which he's been a beast. Okay, he was good last year. They lost Gardner Minshew, which will probably be a major loss. Anthony Richardson would probably prove to help Indianapolis Colts go to the playoffs. So far, they got defensive end Jared Avery, edge Tyquan Lewis, offensive lineman Danny Pinter, cornerback Kenny Moore the second, safety Julian Blackmon, Ronnie Harrison, Arturo Sanchez. So far, what can I say? I am a Texans fan, and I have to go with the Houston Texans on this one. I love the Houston Texans so much, and they have grown. They were better than last season and the season after that. Dang. Whew. What can I say? I mean, this team has been growing ever since 2002. Next, we have the Cardinals against the Bills. So far for the Cardinals, they have got Marvin Harrison Jr. I think we signed Kyler Murray. Just gotta check to make sure they did. Okay, here we go. They got Desmond Ridder, DJ Dallas, Jay Jones, Chris Moore, Isaiah Samuel, Isaiah Ismail, Jonah Williams, Trayson Colin, Evan Brown, Justin Jones, Aaron Brewer, punter Blake Gillikin, cornerback Sean Murphy-Bunting. And for the Buffalo Bills, man, they lost Stephon Diggs to the Texans. Hey, we got that upgrade, but I'm feeling a little sorry for the Buffalo Bills. So far, they got their loss was that Matt Milano injury, that season injury. Loss of Stephon Diggs. They got Chase Claypool, which I would admit I would give it to them. But I'm not necessarily sure I'll give them the win until further notice. But I got Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Mac Hollins, Curtis Samuel, Chase Claypool, which I already mentioned, Mitchell Trubisky, L. Collins, Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Will Clapp, AJ Epinesa, Donnie Smoot, Casey Toohill, Austin Johnson, Deion Jones, Cam Lewis. We signed a 2-year deal with the team. So as same as Taylor Rapp. So far, I have the Buffalo Bills winning this one. I'm sorry, Cardinals fans, but I have to. Next, we got the Jaguars against the Dolphins. This one is going to be a little tough matchup for the Jacksonville Jaguars, but let's see what they got. They got Matt Jones, trade from the Patriots. We signed Trevor Lawrence with $275 million, making him the highest paid quarterback, I assume. I may be wrong, so leave it down in the comments if I was wrong. Got Gabe Davis. Whew. Same name as my teammate for junior high. Got Gabe Davis, wide receiver. Devin Duvernay. Josiah Deguara, Mitch Morse, Josh Allen for the edge. Not the Josh Allen you know as quarterback. Josh Hines Allen. Eric Armstead signed a 3-year deal. So far, I have the Miami Dolphins winning this one. 1-0. Because I got Tyreek Hill, Rasheed Mostert, and all of that. There's nothing I need to say about the Miami Dolphins. They have a good offense, and I don't need to remind you about their offseason. The offseason was okay with Chop Robinson in the draft, but I am focused on Tua, Rasheed Mostert, Tyreek Hill, on their offense. The defense with Jalen Ramsey and all that. We're gonna have to talk about that sometime, but not today. Next, I got Denver Broncos against Seattle Seahawks. The Broncos, they got Bo Nix in the draft, which he has proven a lot in the offseason. He's probably 8-11. I don't keep up with offseason, okay? I got Zach Wilson, Josh Reynolds, Michael Burton, Matt Putt, Wacom Welch, Will Lutz, PJ Locke. And for the Seahawks, I skipped the Titans and Bears, but I'll talk about that. But I'll just randomly say the Bears are gonna win because I don't like both of them. They suck. But we'll talk about them after this. For the Seattle Seahawks, they got... Okay, here we go. Seattle Seahawks, they got Sam Howell, PJ Walker, Farrell Brown, Noah Fant, LaVisca Chenault Jr., wide receiver, R.T. Burns, Kevon Wallace, Wayshawn Jenkins, Jonathan Hankins, which I already said. Jonathan Hankins is okay. Jerome Baker. I got the Broncos winning this one. If I'm not too hot, that means I'm tired. So I am a little tired, but with the Titans and Bears, I already said the Bears is gonna win this one. The Titans have nothing. I know they got Calvin Ridley, Will Levis, and got some new coaches, but things might not work out. With the Chicago Bears, Brett Whiten, DeAndre Swift, Keenan Allen, Dante Pettis, Ryan Bates, Jake Hood, Matt Pryor, Gerald Everett, Jake Martin, Kevin Byard, we signed, okay. Patrick Scales, Jalen Johnson. Let's go on to the next one. We have the Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers, another rivalry game. Matchup for the AFC West showdown. So let's see what the Raiders got. Gardner Minshew, Michael Gallup, Jalen Gunton, Cody Whitehair, Adam Butler, Christian Wilkins, John Jenkins, Edris Pete, Alexander Mattison, Amir Abdullah. Los Angeles Chargers, they got Jim Harbaugh from the Michigan, coach for the Michigan Wolverines. Well, I am curious to see how Jim Harbaugh is going to do this season. I might watch the Los Angeles Chargers sometime and see how good they play. So far, they got quarterback even stick J.K. Dobbins from The Ravens, Gus Edwards, DJ Chark, Will Dissly, Hayden Hurst, Luna Ford, Bud Dupree, Troy Day, Denzel Perryman, lost from the Texans. Alohi Gilman. The Raiders are going to win this one, and I have faith in them. Now we have the Dallas Cowgirls. Oh boy. And we have the Cleveland Browns. I don't like the Dallas Cowgirls.